Welcome everyone back to Chanel's Reality. I'm Chanel. I'm your host, and this is my reality. We recap TV shows, mostly I would say reality TV, and then we also talk about hot topics and some celebrity news. If it's a hot topic and it's like everywhere, I'll probably come on here and talk about it. So please, thank you if you're returning. Thank you so much for joining me again and supporting my channel. Please hit the like button because that is a free and easy way to support my channel. And then hit the notification button so you'll know anytime I upload something, anytime I'm going live, or anything in between. You'll know. And if you're joining, thank you so much. This is your first time. Thank you so much. Please subscribe. Please, please, please subscribe. I'm a baby YouTuber, so I'm just over here trying to make dreams come true in my world. So, anywho, we're going to recap the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion part 2. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. So, it kind of picks up where Dorit and Garcelle, they're kind of having a little bit of like, Dorit's angry, frustrated. I just think Dorit and Garcelle are oil and water. They're just, I don't feel like I don't ever think they'll really be friends. I don't really think Dorit likes Garcelle at all. Period. Because I've never seen her, I feel like, really try with Garcelle. She tried with Lisa Vanderpump. She tried with Kyle. She tried with Erica. And Erica treated her really treacherously, I feel like. She's tried with Sutton a little bit. Not so much with Crystal, but she just, I feel like, has never really tried with Garcelle. And I also think Garcelle doesn't like Dorit. I don't think it's a secret. I don't think they like each other. I don't think they're ever going to like each other. Dorit is in a bubble. She doesn't realize it. And it's sad because she's Dorit. Anyways, so like I said, the episode starts where they're kind of showing Garcelle and Dorit, and they're having like this back and forth. And Dorit is basically talking about how Garcelle made a mention in her confessional about something about she never noticed the women's jewelry, whether or not they were wearing it or not wearing it. But she noticed when Dorit basically said that when she was being robbed at gunpoint, she asked one of the robbers to please leave her phone. She needs to call her husband. And the person robbing her at gunpoint had kindness and decided to leave her phone outside by the fence where he told her he would leave it. I would say most people in America or whatever were probably like, yeah, right, yeah, right. And I get why they would think that. I also get why Garcelle was like rolling her eyes, like, that's the only time I ever really noticed jewelry. She I think Garcelle said she noticed that the robbers didn't take any of Dorit's jewelry, and that was shady. It was shady. Um, I do think I know for sure PTSD is real. I know we all have it. So it is what it is. And how do I know that? It's anytime you get triggered by a past event and it makes you sad or upset or angry or have any type of emotion, that's past trauma of some sort. If you get triggered by it, by something that is happening currently, you get triggered by it, it's PTSD. It doesn't mean that you walk around every day as a victim. That's not what it means. Because we got to also understand that any type of trauma or whatever, it doesn't necessarily, or even if you have a mental illness, all of it is not severe. So it's not all, okay, well, if they have bipolar disorder, they're whacked out of their mind, or if they're depressed, they're crying every day, all day, can't get out of bed, or if they're ADHD or schizophrenic, there's no way they could ever live a normal life. All of these things are just falsehoods because not everybody has severe. Some people have it mild, others have it more moderate, some have severe, but then they take medication or they use certain coping mechanisms to deal with it. But nonetheless, anyways, they're talking about it, and I do believe Dorit has PTSD, but I also think that Dorit is obnoxious, like PK said. And I don't think Dorit and Garcelle are in danger of ever being friends. Um, Kyle is just she's just a perpetual victim. Kyle, I really refer to her as a king cobra. And there's a few people on different housewives shows that I refer to as king cobras. That just means they're very snake-like, they're very slithery, but people like them. People root for them, and they're very slippery people because they can do the same exact things that you've done or that they've accused you of doing and then become a victim when they do it to other people. Kyle is the perfect example of a king cobra because Kyle has convinced us for a while. I know she convinced me for about a good 5 or 6 years that she was like a great wife and a great family sister, great mom, all of these things. And then I opened my eyes. I'm like, this lady is a snake. Look at all the people in her wake. First season, her sister Kim. Then last season, her other sister Kathy. And she's doing it to DORIT. She had like, I don't know her. She done threw the new girl, ANNIEMARIE, under the bus after she gave her assignment to go and drag Sutton about her esophagus. She's mean as hell to Sutton every single season. She allowed her sister to be literally almost eviscerated by her friends, Lisa Rinna and Erica. I mean, she went on the, what is it called, the reunion, said GARCELLE didn't pay, or it's just Kyle's a king cobra. Kyle is mad at Sutton because she keeps saying, Sutton wants to say that my husband's cheating on me. Sutton didn't say that one time. Sutton asked you what's going on in your world, is what Sutton asked you. What's going on in your marriage? What's going on in your world? She never said you are being cheated on by your husband. You said that, Kyle. Repeatedly. And by the way, Kyle had completely different reactions and responses to Sutton and DORIT. Sutton and DORIT asked the same thing. Sutton said, what's going on in your marriage? DORIT got in the car when she was being driven to her my wife is a prostitute today Beverly Hills thing with PK, where he was doing the prostitute for the day Pretty Woman reenactment. That scene. She asked Kyle, what's going on with what's going on with you and Mo? What's going on with your marriage? Completely, totally different responses. Go back and watch it. But yeah, she's a king cobra because a few seasons ago she talked about Denise's supposed and alleged cheateration with Brandy, who's supposed to be this, you can believe Brandy. Girl, stop. Because Brandy said so. So Kyle believed it. And her and Teddy and Lisa Rinna, they all, for the whole season, just was coming for Denise Richards. And Kyle, I just wish she would be honest. It's already out there. It's out there. I mean, we're going to have to talk about it. I mean, Brandy's, she's a lot of things, but she's not a liar. So she's not lying on you. Okay, Kyle. But now, nobody could even say to you, what's going on with your marriage? You seem different. Why you're not drinking? Why you're not doing this, that, and the third? How dare they? That's what she told Sutton today. Why wouldn't you just be a friend and say, yeah, you need a friend? Girl, Kyle, shut the hell up. You have been no one's friend. And I would have said you and DORIT were friends, but I'm like, you didn't tell all of America on Amazon Prime or wherever it is that DORIT is lying about y'all's friendship. Y'all friendship is not that close. Y'all only went on one vacation together. DORIT, sis, wake up. I just think Kyle is the ultimate gaslighter. Because she tells everybody every season, just be honest. Just say what they're talking about it. The world knows. Everyone is out there. So let's just, let's put it on the table and then let's hash it out and then we can go on. Kyle, when did you put it on the table? When did you say, hey, listen, everyone, my husband and I, he's broken my heart. He's broken my trust. He's done something that I can't recover from. These are your words, Kyle, at the end of the season. Why didn't you just say from the beginning, listen, let everyone know, right now, me and my husband, I'm sleeping on the second floor. He's sleeping on the third floor. And I think he's done something, or I have proof that he's done something that's unforgivable. And I can't move past it. So now I'm hanging out with this lady, this country singer lady, and I'm getting tattoos, and I'm flying on PJs, and I'm telling him, I don't have to explain myself to anyone else, including you. You didn't do that, Kyle. You did jump down Sutton's throat every single time she said, well, what's going on? You're my friend. Talk to me. Yeah. So it's just all your audacities, Kyle, that I cannot, girl. You just have a whole bunch of audacities. I'm not even going to go down the list of things that Kyle has done, but she's being a victim, and I cannot with her. So when Andy asked Sutton, Andy is the slipperiest king cobra of Bravo. He's savage. Yes, Andy, I think you're savage. I sure do. Mm-hmm. And these girls, I don't get it. They all think that he's got their back because he hangs out with them, maybe drinks with them, and he really think these people really think he cares. He does not. He don't. At me, Andy, if you care. You don't. It's very interesting though that it seems like everyone's coming out of the closet right now and like suing the pants. They are suing all of Andy Cohen's edges off of his forehead. It's like they are not playing with him right now. Sidebar. But I thought it was funny because Andy asked Sutton at some point during the season. Sutton said something to the effect of, in her confessional, that the only thing she's ever heard about PK and DORIT is that there may have been a woman in that vehicle when PK got pulled over, and that's why he didn't come home and tell DORIT. Here's the thing. I went in on PK a few episodes ago because I'm like, DORIT is pretty, or she puts it together well, so she looks great. I don't understand how she fell in love with PK because I'm just like, how do you because like, okay, let me not, I don't want to sound mean. I was kind of mean to him in that other video because I'm just like, how do we even get to the D if I can't even kiss you? Like, what? I don't understand how we get there. I know people will be like, oh, well, you're not as cute. I don't really care. I think I'm cute. My husband thinks I'm cute, so that's all that matters. Catch it. It wouldn't matter to me anyways. I don't need your compliment to believe in myself. I'm good without any compliments, so I really wouldn't care. But I then thought about it. There's this guy, rest his soul in peace. His rap name was Notorious B.I.G. or Big Papa. And in one of his songs, because he's one of the most unattractive people I've ever seen on TV, because usually they put pretty people. I used to be like, why don't let average people be movie stars? I thought that was so mean and whatever, right? And then one time I watched the movie and there were a whole bunch of like normal, regular people, and I was like, ooh, I get it now. I get why they show us beautiful people. Anyways, that being said, I remember one of Notorious B.I.G., one of his verses, he said, I'm black and ugly as ever. However, I stay coochie down to the socks. I was like, I thought about PK, because I played that song. It was One More Chance, I think, is his song. And I thought about PK, and I was like, okay, I get it. If Biggie can get, whoever, why can't PK? But then too, in that one video, Biggie did smile for the first time, and I was like, oh. And PK, I don't think they have like fluoride in like London or wherever he's from in the UK. I don't think they have fluoride, and I think that's why like a lot of the people's teeth aren't so great. Just saying. Anywho, but I loved when Andy asked her, saying, "How do you know? Who told you about this woman in the car with PK when he supposedly got pulled over allegedly for a DUI?" And Sutton was like, "Oh, the streets told me. I died. I literally died. I had to pause it and watch it again." I said, "Who school did Sutton go to the school?" She look, I think Eva, the diva from Atlanta and Top Model, I think she went to Eva the Diva's read class. Because I was like, listen, Sutton over here talking about, I heard it from the street. Or maybe she did it, she got it from, oh God, Candy's mom, Mama Joyce. Mama Joyce said the street people. Yeah, so that was funny to me. There was one thing I did agree with DORIT on. She said something about her, okay, so they were talking about PK, having Kyle Richards drive his wife prostitute to the Wilshire, Beverly Hills, some hotel. The hotel from um, the movie where Julia Roberts plays a prostitute. Pretty Woman. So I guess PK wanted to reenact Pretty Woman on TV for his wife. He wanted everybody to know that his wife is a prostitute or his prostitute or something. I thought it was cute. I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was cute. Um, and then PK, I think there was somebody that said, I think Julia Roberts actually said on Watch What Happens Live, she said it would have been better if he would have purchased her the necklace. Now, obviously, that necklace is $5 million, and nobody believes that DORIT or PK have $5 million worth of anything, not cash assets. I don't think anyone believes that. So, but I get what Julia Roberts was saying. It basically, if you're gonna do all of that, buy me a nice piece of jewelry. But this is the part that I agree with DORIT on. No, 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 no. I don't want my husband buying me jewelry. No. DORIT's worse than me, but I listen, I'm self-aware, so I know that I don't need my husband buying me jewelry. I'll tell y'all a story that I don't really usually tell, but it's so funny because I remember when we got engaged. So crazy. He put like, okay, so I had a ring that I used to wear. I think it was like a birthstone ring or something that he had bought me like years before for like Christmas. And then, so he waited until I went to sleep. Somehow he got my ring off, the one that I would wear every day. And then he put on my engagement ring. And you know, if you wear one piece of jewelry or two pieces of jewelry every day, you can tell when one's, if something's too tight or too loose or whatever. And I remember getting them and I went to the restroom and I was just kind of like, you know, still kind of sleeping. And I was like, and I saw my ring. I was like, that is so cute. Although in my dreams, it would have been, in the perfect ideal world, it would have been, you know, they had, you know, he calls all of my family from all over and all my friends and they all show up. That's probably how I would have preferred it. But then I'm like, no, I like the way it did it. I like, because I do like attention, meaning I want people to pay attention to me as your friend or loved one. But I don't want to be, Alexa, stop. But I don't want to be the center of attention. So I would have felt so embarrassed if he had the whole thing that's in my mind, my big family. But back to the things. So here's the thing. I don't want my husband. I agree with DORIT. Don't buy me. No, listen, this is what we're going to do. Because I'm just not good at fake. So I don't want to be that girl. And husbands, if there are any men out here watching and listening to under the sound of my voice, if you ever buy your wife or girlfriend or whoever, baby mama, something that you think is great and that she's gonna love, if she when she opens it, if when she opens it she does anything like, oh my god, this is so cute, anything high pitched, she's lying and she hates it. Just so you know, I promise you, she doesn't like it. She doesn't. So I figured out years ago. I just said, you know, listen, I'll just take my husband and I'll take him to the stores that I like. So Louis Vuitton, Dior, Chanel, Gucci, Tiffany's. I'll take him to these stores or Saks Fifth Avenue, and then I will just pick out different things. So I like this Louis Vuitton purse. I like these Louis Vuitton red bottoms. I like this Chanel necklace, like that. And so then he has several gifts. He has several options to pick from. So he did pick something for me. He's guaranteeing that I'll like it, right? And I don't know what it is because I gave him like 7 or 8 different options. So I'll still be surprised on my birthday or anniversary or Christmas or whatever, right? Right. So that's what we do around here. And my husband, he's very practical. At least he tries. Because he'd be like, one Christmas, after Christmas, he told me, he said, what do you think about us going to Saks and maybe possibly looking at some Prada shoes, tennis shoes for me? I almost died. I was like, did someone snap? Is this, am I being punked? Did someone, who? This is not my husband. Not Mr. Practical. This is not who is this person? I thought it was so cute though, because I've rubbed off on him. I have, and it's probably not the best thing, but it is what it is. Stick with me, kid. You're always going to have, listen. I don't know. I've said this before. I'm made for 5-star hotels and room service, so I'm just never going to be that girl that want to go, you know, stay at the Comfort Inn or the Holiday Inn or any inn. Inn suites. Listen, no, that's just not for me. Oh, okay, I talked about that. Oh, so listen, I did do this. This is bad. This is because I just don't listen. My husband is he's like an artist. And you know, artists, I just feel like they're a different breed of people. They just are. They connect in ways that everybody else just don't. And my husband's one of those people. He actually is an artist. Like he can really like draw all kinds of stuff. He's very, very talented and creative. And he looks at things in a different way. I just feel like he does. Cause like he'll post and I'll just be like, no, you're not allowed to post pictures of me on any software or anywhere, social media. You can't do it without my permission because he will pick out something and he'll be like, oh, you have the most beautiful almond shaped eyes. And the rest of me looks a horrible hot mess. Okay. But he is focused on the eyes and he's just like, you look so beautiful. Or your smile was like, no, he's not allowed. To the point where I gave all of my pictures that I sent them to my friend and I was like, you are in charge. So if I die before my husband dies, you're in charge of the program. You know that program they give you at a funeral? Because I don't even want to have a funeral, okay? But I'm not in charge because my husband's like, oh, you having a funeral? I don't want a funeral, but whatever. You're not in. He's not allowed to put any types of programs together. He's only allowed to. You're in charge of the pictures. Give him the pictures, and then he's not allowed to pick him because I picked all the pictures that are cute. Cause my husband, I swear he ain't gonna pick them. He gonna pick the ones that he's just like, oh, this is so. I love this event that we were at. No, 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 no. I don't want you to do that. It is what it is. Everybody, you know, beauty is subjective. What do they say? It's in the eyes of the beholder. Mm-hmm. He ain't gonna behold my pictures in my. Anyway, yeah, I need all my pictures to be cute. That's how we roll. So, mm, I'm so tired, guys. I'm going to sleep immediately after this. Um, I think Andy starts talking to Dorit about her marriage. I don't believe that Dorit. I do believe that there maybe he's traveling a lot and maybe it's a little bit irritating to her. But I don't believe for a second Dorit's getting a divorce from PK. It almost feels like I don't want to say this, but to me at the beginning of the season, I just always felt like Dorit knew what Kyle's storyline was going to be, so she just did the same. Because what else did Dorit have going on? She allegedly had like a wedding line, and then she had Beverly Beach, or maybe vice versa. I don't know exactly what order it went into, but other than that, what we don't see her working on Beverly Beach anymore. I don't see her promoting Beverly Beach anymore. So where is it? Is it still there? And if so, how come we haven't seen you do anything? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So, oh, Jesus. So Dorit was talking about something about she's talking about something PK said or did. I didn't believe any of it, but she said something like words have weight. So I guess PK had said something to her, and she was telling Andy, words have weight. And then Garcelle looked at Crystal and was like, words have weight. Oh, okay. And I thought that was shady. It was shady, but it was true because Dorit doesn't see anything wrong with what she did to Garcelle in Las Vegas when Garcelle was saying, I don't really know if I trust you ladies with my family, my kids. And she's just like, it's been a year. She was just so dismissive. And it's like, again, words have weight. You saying that she attacked you when Sutton, the white lady, is the one that was actually attacking you. She was the one actually yelling at you. Dorit. Those words didn't have weight. But Garcelle simply saying that she believes that you're trying to embarrass Sutton is attacking you. Anyway, I thought that was a shady but accurate moment. You know what? Dorit also said, Garcelle, you attacked me when. Oh, no, she told Garcelle she was attacked when really she was attacking. Sutton was attacking her. And then she said to Sutton that, you kissed your driver. She also said she thinks that Sutton um, probably puts alcohol in her coffee in the morning, but she's talking about how words have weight. Then she says that Oh no. Okay, so then Andy starts speaking to Dorit. I'm sorry, to Erica about. I guess Erica sat down with the victims and had some sort of conversation. So some of Tom's victims, alleged victims, she sat down with them, and Andy said, you know, can you talk to us about what you guys talked about? And Erica's like, no. And then she basically saying, I can't say anything. I can't say anything. But it was very fascinating to me that she made sure she was saying, I can't say anything for legal reasons, but she could say that one of her paychecks from Bravo, I'm assuming, was deposited into one of the victims. What did she call it? Some sort of account. Oh, I guess their trust, like the victim's trust or something. I'm just like, how would you know that? And that's the only thing you could tell us. See, to me, that's a setup. That's for Erica to later be like, yeah, that $600,000 check that came from Bravo, it went to a victim, and I need my money back. I could just see that's what I bet you that's what it's about. Not sure. I don't know that to be sure. And everything on here is alleged, or in my opinion, based on the information Bravo has shared or other websites. Um, but she ain't sure about nothing else. But she's sure about her money being deposited. I can't. So then they go on to talk about Tom a little bit, and Erica says that Tom does have dementia, and but they did find that he is competent to stand trial. That's what a judge found about Tom. This is the thing, like, you can't fake dementia. It's a disease that deteriorates your brain. It's very similar to Alzheimer's, but Alzheimer's, it's usually slower to kill you, so to speak. Dementia usually does it in a shorter period of time. And so then Crystal kind of comments on that, and Crystal basically says that, oh, and let me just say this: the reason I say that you can't fake Alzheimer's or dementia is because it eats away at your brain. So to prove it, to diagnose you, they would need to do some sort of brain scan. I don't know if they would do it in an MRI or what type. There would be some specific imaging that would need to take place to be able to say, especially in a court case, that this is what this person's diagnosis is. So that's why I say that he can't fake it. But Crystal's point is, and the reason I also say he couldn't fake it is because the people that are a part of this civil lawsuit, the people that are suing him, they're also going to have a doctor or someone that's an expert look at those documents or film or whatever to be able to say, yes, this is or isn't true about Mr. Girardi in terms of um, the state of dementia or Alzheimer's or whatever it is. They'll be able to show that and say, okay, yes, we can't fight that battle because he does actually have it. The diagnosis is correct. It's not like something that you can just go tell your friend doctor to just, you know, say that you have something. They have to have imaging to be able to make that determination. And the imaging also is going to, and I'm not an MD, so be clear, but the imaging is also going to have to show the progression of it. You know, what a normal person's brain that doesn't have this illness, and what one that looks like it's advanced or it's mild or it's growing, whatever it is, they're going to show it like a comparison. So he wouldn't be able to fake it, in my opinion. But a judge did rule that he's competent to stand trial. So Crystal chimes in and basically says, you know, my father passed of Alzheimer's. And I mean, yeah, I think she said he passed of Alzheimer's. If I'm wrong about that, I apologize, Crystal, but I think she said that. And she said that that the board, whatever board it is that um, the Alzheimer's board or dementia people, they basically says that it's between from the onset, meaning whenever they were diagnosed with dementia or Alzheimer's, to death, especially with Alzheimer's. I think she was specifically talking about that. It's like a 9-year window. And she's being, you know, very, I feel like, informative about what she knows. And Erica's being a bitch. So Erica's like, so if what you're trying to say, I don't know, what is Crystal saying? What is she saying? What you're trying to say, Crystal, if you're trying to say that he's faking it or something, then just say you think he's faking it. Crystal's smart enough to know she's not going to just say something callously like that out of her mouth about something so serious because she's not trying to catch a lawsuit. That's my opinion of Crystal. And that's why she said in her confessional and said, you know, these ladies are, what did she say? There's something, but they're not, it's obvious that they're not very well educated. She was right. I agree with Crystal. When is she lying? Which one of these women on this show sound like they're very educated? I'll wait. Crystal. To me. But this is the thing. Anybody can get an education. Being alive gives you, life gives you an education. So, is she being obnoxious? Of course, she's Crystal. But I still love her. Crystal, you can come on Chanel's Reality anytime, girl. What else? There's lots of things that don't make sense around Girardi. Keys. Oh, I like, so this is, I had an issue with this too because, I don't know, my mouth is so dry. Crystal says, or Erica is getting irritated at Crystal during this part of it, and she's saying about how, you know, Crystal thinks she's faking, he thinks he's faking it, and I feel like Erica was trying to be a bully to her. I do. I think, like, I feel like she was trying to be mean, and her saying, well, if you think he's lying about it, then, you know, just say that this is why it irritated me. If I was Crystal, this is what would have happened. I'm Crystal. You telling me that, you know, if you think my husband's faking it, I would have stopped her on sight and said, Erica, you were married to Tom Girardi for 20 years, right? Would you agree that he's a liar? What do you think, Erica? Do you think he's a liar? Do you think he would lie? I'll wait. Because you got on this TV and you said you were part of lawsuits and he lied to you about this, that, and the third, and you didn't have any knowledge of anything. Isn't that what you've been telling the audience for 2.5, 3 years now? So then you would agree that your husband's a liar, right? Okay. Okay. He's a liar, right, Erica? Uh-huh. Shut the hell up. That's how you put people on hush mouth, because it's just like, girl, you even came on this show talking about how he lied to you and said that, you know, he wasn't going out with other people, yet you posted something of his mistress and telling her about how great tits bitch or something, but you gonna sit on here and have the audacity to be like, well, if you're gonna say that he's lying, then just say it. Bitch, he lying. I'm trying to be nice. But you want to roll. Listen, if you want to run it, we can run it. Let's run it. Let's run it. Let's run it. Come on. I would have challenged her. Let's play Big Bank, Take Little Bank. I promise you. I promise you my bank account is good. Let's play. Bravo, at me. I promise y'all, if y'all had me on one of them, what do you call those things? The confessionals, I would be killing them on site. Just put me, you know, you can put in a confessional, me, Funky Dineva, and the Kathy Hilton. No, it could be 4 of us. So me, Funky Dineva, I wouldn't even mind Kathy Hilton now that I think about it. But no, Kathy Hilton's the guy that was cooking that one night at that dinner from hell. That was like, he just listened. He was the chef's kiss. He was. He can be in the confessional. And then we can have Avi, Sutton's assistant. He can be in there too. And every now and again, Bravo, if you're listening, you can let Lisa Rinna just pop in, like as a celebrity guest. Because as much as I can't stand Lisa, and she's definitely a king cobra snake, she's funny at times. She is. And she's gonna contradict herself, and she's gonna get shit going and be in trouble. But she doesn't need to come all the time. Just every now and again, like quarterly. Let's see. Okay, it's already 34 minutes. I'm trying my best not to make this no hour thing. Oh, okay. I was reading my notes. I said, I call bullshit. Talking about Erica. Um. Okay, so we're at the end. So Andy closes out, and the episode really talking to Sutton about what happened in Vegas, and they kind of talk about how that elevator scene where somehow they're all waiting for the elevator, and Erica's dance boy people from the Magic Mike show, suddenly the elevator opens and there they are. And then here comes Erica. She has to do what she has to do because it's always the most. She says, "Oh, Sutton, here are my friends. You want to apologize for saying you hated the show and whatever, whatever." Because she's just a snake. Erica's a snake, and she's the definition of a opportunist. She is. She's gonna take all the opportunities she can, but she will cut your ass, in my opinion. Um, and so Andy was asking her about, because he was like, "Did you think that they, planned that, or or whatever?" And Sutton was like, I did. I think I'd have to say this. I think that would be very, very, very. Is it possible? Yes. We've all seen the movies, and they make magic happen in movies, so we know it's definitely possible. How likely is it? Probably highly unlikely. I just don't think production. I don't think they would have enough time to do that, and then you would know, it would be clear. But I did think it was interesting. Um, let's see. Yeah, and then Erica became the victim again, and it was so irritating to me because I'm just like, shut up. It's listen, like I said, it's the narcissism tendencies for me with Erica, because I'm like, she can always be the victim. She can always justify how poorly she treats others, but she doesn't have any understanding for how they treated her. I mean, for how she treated them. Like Andy said, did you feel bad about what you said about Denise's daughter? And she was like, absolutely not. And then I'm thinking to myself, Andy, why do you think she would ever feel any kind of way? She doesn't feel bad for the people who she knows allegedly lost their lives, and then her husband stole their money allegedly, and let her spend it all, and so she can make a music video talking about it's expensive to be me. You think this person cares about saying something about Denise's daughter? She didn't care when she said it 2 seasons ago, when she said they already know what threesomes are if they haven't already had one. Their dad's Charlie. It's so asinine. But it's narcissism at its finest, because, again, who says that about children? Because Denise's daughter at the time, I think, was like 14 or 15. It's reckless. And nobody holds Erica accountable. And Denise came on there like, I'm going to hold you accountable. It fell flat. It did. But, and everybody, the thing that irritates me is just like, why are y'all all acting like DORIT? I don't know. DORIT must be talking about me, because I am not thinking about DORIT. But it all feels like everybody is like irritated with Denise. They're like, why did y'all bring her back? And it was flat, and it was this, that, and the third. And then maybe it was. But the gaslighting part is, y'all act like this lady had no reason to say anything to Erica. She absolutely did. She probably honed in on Erica a little more because of what Erica said about, they probably already had a threesome or something like that. Because the rest of them were all drones, because somebody didn't like what Denise, this, that, and the third, and they thought she was lying. They ain't like that she said she doesn't want her kids around them or something. I don't know. I feel like Denise was very polite about it. Yes, she did go around separately to people. Maybe she should have said it all to them in a group, but I think she felt like, I'll just tell them individually so we can have a conversation, as opposed to a pile-on, which is what would have happened, and which is actually what happened to her for the rest of the season. Because those ladies were just ruthless with her. So yes, as soon as I get a chance to say something, I'm gonna say something. Yeah. But Erica doesn't care. Andy Cohen, because didn't she on TV, she allowed them to play on TV. Her asking her therapist, how do you get empathy? How do you get that? I promise you, that's something a psychopath would say, because they don't have the ability to care that someone else is harmed. They don't have a feeling about it. So you asking her, does she care about what she said about DORIT? I'm sorry. Denise's child? Of course she doesn't. Because then she doubled down and said, did you know it cost $7? But I will end with this. I do think Kyle, girl, she makes it so difficult to care about what's happening to her. She does. She makes it so difficult because you're just a king cobra. You're just a victim all the time. Anyway, that's it. Look, I got it down to 40 minutes. Hallelujah. Bravo me. Yes, honey. This is taking me forever because normally it would be like an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm doing good. I'm trying to get it down to 30. But again, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Chanel's Reality. I appreciate you guys helping me build my little community here. If you have an opportunity, go watch all my little videos. You know what I'm saying? When you have time, share them with your friends and family. Have them come and subscribe. And, it could be a whole Chanel's Reality campaign, Anyway, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Bye. Have a good one. See you later.